morning, everybody. I am Russ. This is Steph. That is Chris. Welcome to the show.
Tantalizing Thursday.
Tantalizing Thursday, and we're hearing the thunder booms going on right now. So if we go off with a power surge, don't worry about us. Me and Chris are sober. We can do anything to fix it. Stephanie decided she'd go out to dinner last night and
Spider-Man
it up. Now I don't know what
Spider-Mans are good.
Was she? I mean, were you leaning from the chandelier? What, did you just get hammered? What did you do? You start drinking again?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with this company, but it's like every week you are boozing it up.
I know. I feel like I function better with alcohol.
There's a couple comments that the panel could throw out really easy. Now,
I'm just kidding. I had one drink and that was it.
Yeah, okay. Fattest states.
Isn't that crazy? Oh, they're talking about the obesity and about cellulite, and they're actually the top 2 fattest states are trying to promote,
Now it's funny because all my family live in one and I was born in the other.
Mississippi is still the number 1 most obese state, and Alabama is a close second. And Colorado is actually a lean state.
Would you think it is because of the South, the cooking?
Yes.
The
that's
deep
exactly
fried, I think that's.
Heck yeah, I think so.
It's just the cooking is so heavy.
Yeah.
Right.
Rich, fried.
Which a lot of them probably watched yesterday's show and went, "Hey, I ain't gonna get sick eating lean meat. I might as well stay eating just what I eat." Mm-hmm. So who knows what's gonna happen right there?
Fried steak.
Some countries, big as in.
Yeah, big
We
as
just
in.
saw that on
a taboo. Stop.
The
Taboo.
only bad thing is just the health-wise.
Well, that's true, because I think
arteries and
Yeah.
stuff getting clogged.
you know what we ought to do? We ought to see if Dr. Hobby could figure out. I don't think that weight has anything to do with people's. There's big people and there's little people. There's thin people and there's thick people and there's fat. But there's healthy and unhealthy.
Right.
There's unhealthy skinny. There's unhealthy.
Well,
how would you figure that out?
Well, just because you're fat and you see it, there is fat that's
Right.
enclosing your
Organs.
which causes a problem too.
Right.
Right. Well, and see,
But-
I've said, I can never.
I
go
don't
by-
have many organs right through here other than my lower intestines and stomach.
But wait, here's what I'm trying to think. You might not have a lot of fat around your organs. Period.
Right.
What's the difference in a bodybuilder that gets? Because guess what? Even though that's a lot of muscle. Your stomach grows because it gets bigger. It does the same.
Isn't there a saying that says too much of
Anything's
bad for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you got to have a happy medium. You can't cut carbohydrates out forever. You can't cut fats out forever. You got to have a happy medium of everything.
Well, and I think, like body types and everything like that plays a huge role, because what I'm supposed to be, my weight from the charts, the medical charts, I look sick at 30 pounds more than that. I mean, my body just doesn't look right being super skinny.
I think we're at the perfect deal. We drink
I'm
when
perfect.
we want. We drink when we want. Yeah. We eat what we want. You do a little bit of exercise to keep it all going.
Right. I mean, you saw my picture I showed you of my bigger days.
I'm gonna have to tell you right now. I saw them. When did you show me those? Showed me to them last night, and from Stephanie's picture to where she's at now, it is.
I'll show
Doesn't
it to
even
you.
look like you.
I have it on my phone. I'll show it
Yeah,
to you.
show it to you. It is totally. It's like when people see me when I was young and go, "Dude, you were. You don't even look like the same person. Don't even look like the same person. Does not even look like the same person."
But see, and I did get down pretty small in high school and stuff, but people thought that I was sick. And so I can never be that, super skinny girl, just because my body frame just doesn't. But I don't want to be. I like being thick.
More cushion. Oh, anyway, listen. We were watching Roughest, Toughest Prisons
Yes, we were.
on National Geographic.
Yep.
And they were in Mexico, and it ain't no joke.
Man.
It's like if you get arrested and you got a gun and a knife, you get to take it to prison with you.
Yeah. I mean, and I think they were even outside. It was like the bars were here and there was the outside, remember?
Yeah, so if it got cold, you just got cold. But Mark Ingram won the Heisman Trophy.
Yes, he did.
Right.
And his dad, you remember all the talk.
I remember.
His dad was in prison. And Stephanie has on here that he got sentenced to 2 more years. Why
Yeah.
is that?
He actually jumped bail to go watch his son play.
Okay. I knew he did that.
I remember that story.
And so now they just sentenced him for 2 more years.
Which will be about 37 days.
Right. What is it, every 6 months? Did we do that one time?
You know what? It used,
15
I
days
remember
or-
what it used
Well, you
to
know
be.
what though? If it's
3 months equal to a year or something like that, I think.
if it's
State. Federal's way different.
Yeah, if it's skipping out though, does it count for the same thing? I mean,
But I think in that case, they knew what was going to happen because he said, if I'm not mistaken, he said, I am going.
Right.
I will be there and I will deal with mine. So
yeah, and he did. He was like, you know what? I wouldn't have changed it. I'm glad I went. And
that's kind of a different story. You're in trouble and hey man, I'm going to go see my son win the Heisman.
So, Mark Ingram wins the Heisman.
Yep.
Probably the best running back in college football.
Right.
Peterson.
Right.
Dad was in prison a long
Yep.
time.
My hair's messing up.
It's something that they overcome. Because they could just fall into the footsteps of their
true.
dad, and because Mark Ingram, he's an intelligent sounding young man. Now Peterson, even though he's from Texas, may not be the smartest guy, which may be why he went to Oklahoma.
True. That's true.
Just saying.
That's true. Throw that out there.
Mr. Inkjet.
That's for Mr. Inkjet. You know, I bet that shows because you hear a lot of athletes who don't have a dad. You know, my mom and my grandmother beat the crap out of me and got me on the straight and narrow. You got to have a strong woman to.
Yeah, it's like Dunn.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, his mom was killed.
Yep.
She was a police officer or something and was killed. And I don't know. It could be. But you know what? I got a really good friend that's in prison that I grew up with. And he was raised by his grandmother. And that woman didn't take nothing off of him. Our house was always clean, perfect. But when he got mad,
Temper, yeah.
totally different.
Well, you can't. You can't. There's only so. There's there's bad and there's good,
Right.
but you have to make a decision as a child to go. You know what? I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
What I tell you that coach said at the combine, he was talking to all the guys, and he went, "Let me ask you this: you make the NFL, and you got all this money, and you're doing right. You look around, and if you're getting ready to do something, the one person you care about most in this world, your mother, your dad, or whatever, if they were with you, would you do what you're about to do?"
Yeah.
That's good.
I've heard that from my father too.
That's pretty good.
My dad was with me during some of mine.
That's exactly right.
So I can't really do that.
You can't.
Dad, should we do this? Yeah, boy, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Now, speaking of great quotes, leads me into a genius statement. That was a genius statement. And there's a Russian genius who said he is not sure he wants to accept $1 million prize for solving the world's most difficult math problem. Stephanie did this story, and I asked this question. If it is it's been unsolved since 1904, how do they know he got it right?
I think.
How you know you got to ask?
I think the same thing, but I think he's been working on this since like 2004 or something like that. He's been working on it for a while.